Rangers win the first game, or their first game of the season. I should say the first game, but they win their first game of the season 3-1 against the Montreal Canadiens. Nice to play other teams outside of the division, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that. But the Rangers finally pick up the W, and it feels great. That was a meh performance. I can't complain to come out with the win. However, there were some, problems in this game. Like, what is going on with the power play? What is going on with Panarin? What is going on with Zibanejad? And just, I don't know what happened in the faceoff dot, but we crushed Dallas and Washington the first two nights. Tonight, nope, nothing in the faceoff dot really. Although this is one of the better teams in terms of the center position. They have Paquette, Suzuki, Dvorak. You're not going to win a lot of faceoffs against that center core, especially with the way ours is constructed. Plus, Ryan Strome, one of your main centers, is out of the lineup. Sorry that my hair is like mad whack right now, but yeah, they didn't do too well in the faceoff department. I thought that the Rangers also didn't generate that many offensive opportunities until the third period. Panarin and Zibanejad are a little bit concerning right now for me, because you have the power play, which went 1 for 4, so we did score on the power play, but the power play has been a little worrisome in terms of Panarin not shooting the puck, Zibanejad missing an open net, and then on one of them he hits the crossbar. But it's all right, because on the third power play in the second period, Chris Kreider scores a deflection in front of the net. Zibanejad hunting a deflection there. He gets it. Kreider gets it. Panarin does get a point there. Ironic that I'm talking down on them a bit, and they do get some points there. But it does suck to see that Zibanejad's missing open nets and Panarin's just not shooting. And he's making some bad plays, honestly, and turning the puck over a bit too much for my liking, which is worrisome. But Kreider on pace for 82 goals. How about that? I tweeted that Mika was going to win the Rocket. Maybe I was wrong, and Kreider is going to win the Rocket, Richard, huh? But in all seriousness, the two of them need to get going a little bit, but you do squeeze out a win tonight, which is huge. What else? I mean, the first two periods, there's not much you could even talk about. Not much happened in the first two periods. You did have some great chances in the first two periods. You had Reeves did a great job tonight. He drew the first two penalties, I'm pretty sure. Reeves, after taking a penalty, ends up drawing two, which the penalty kill, by the way. How about that? How about that? Zero power play goals for the Habs. How about that? The penalty kill picking it up a bit. I like that a lot. Miko went 22% of the face-off dot. That's really what dragged it down. And then Rooney was awful also. Egg 67. How about that, though? In the third period, Jonathan Drouin ends up scoring from Dvorak and Kulak. And that one did suck, because you have Trouba Miller behind the net, and where is your center? Nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure Greg McKegg, that was his shift. You got to get there. But at the same time, one of the defensemen, I feel like, should be able to get back. But Drouin ends up scoring on that. And then, not even that long after, like 30 seconds after, the hometown kid, Alexis Lafreniere, buries one from Zibanejad. A great play by Fox to initiate that. Great breakout. And then Zibanejad finds Lafreniere across. Lafreniere buries that shit. And you got a 2-1 game. You also had some great chances after that a little bit. You had Hedl getting down there with a great chance. Zibanejad on that last power play for the Habs had a great shorthanded opportunity on a breakaway there, if you want to call it a breakaway. I mean, two guys were right behind him, and one of them might have made the play there. I don't really remember what happened. But things get a little scary at the end. Kevin Rooney, the Rune stuff, fires that from the neutral zone. Empty netter. Rangers win 3-1. And Igor Shesterkin, what an animal tonight. An animal. How about that glove save on Paquette? You thought you had a chance, you fucking piece of shit. And he was on it. He was on it all night. Keeping us in the game. Robbing and robbing and robbing the Montreal Canadiens. Let's go down the list for individual performances. Panarin ends up picking up a point this game. Again, I went into him. It's a little worrisome the way he's been performing. Lafreniere, great game. 5 shots, 3 hits. How about that big hit he had on Sherratt? How about that? Lafreniere had a great game in his hometown. McKegg, not too bad. He ended up getting a shot on goal. 67% of the faceoff dot. Was part of the penalty kill bit. He did what you'd really expect, except for maybe getting back defensively on that Drouin goal. You could argue that that was a bad play, but he only got 7 minutes. You can't complain of what you got from 7 minutes of Greg McKegg, considering he's not supposed to be here. Kevin Rooney, awful in the faceoff dot, but he does end up picking up that that goal on the empty net. I thought that he had a pretty good game, although he did almost give Montreal a goal. He almost got an assist for the Canadiens. Not too bad of a game for him. Kreider has been electric. 4 shots on goal. How about him getting in front of the net? How about that? Gallant's got to love him with the system that Gallant has the Rangers playing, or just a system in general that he'd always have all of his teams playing. He's got to be loving what he's seeing from Kreider, getting in front of the net, picking up the rebounds, deflecting goals. Love it. Barclay Goodrow threw a couple hits. Not too bad of a game for him. 50% of the faceoff die. He didn't take too many. He did lose some crucial faceoffs there, though, at the end of the game, which is not good. Considering he's out there to be the defensive zone faceoff specialist at the end of games, you got to win those. But 50% ain't bad. Kakko ends up leaving the game with the injury, which is the one thing that really sucks about this game, because everything was going right. He ends up leaving after the first period. We gotta hope that it was a minor injury. He wasn't taken off the ice or anything, and he didn't leave in the middle of the first period, so this has to be something that just started to aggravate him once he got to the locker room and there wasn't the adrenaline of playing the game. It must have been something aggravating him after. I'm sure he's just day-to-day. We'll see if he plays the next game. If not, you have Gauthier, I guess, who slots into the lineup. And then, hey, you made it work tonight with what you had. So maybe you just have Gauthier slot in. And if he needs a day off, you give him the day off. I'm not too worried there. Dryden Hunt, less than 10 minutes of play. He had a pretty good game. I thought maybe he could have got a little more ice time. He generated some good opportunities. He had one really solid opportunity. I don't remember which period it was in, but he gave you some good opportunities. Hedl, I thought, was great. How about him going positive in the faceoff dot, considering he usually isn't, taking advantage of playing with Panarin and Kakko, although the Kakko part of that didn't last too long, unfortunately, but 20 minutes of ice time for him. I thought he had a great game, and especially when he got that opportunity late in the third period, I thought he's looking great. He's really looking different this year. Revo had a great game. 2 PIMs for him, but he ended up making up with drawing 2 penalties later on, and it's not like Montreal scored on those, so you can't really complain. But the Rangers do need to fix the power play. I don't understand how Montreal is saying here, take the game from us, and the Rangers just don't capitalize on it. This is a team that let up 5 goals to the Buffalo Sabres. What are we doing? It doesn't help that Mika missed on a wide open net on one of them, and then he hit the crossbar on another. Or was one of them might have not been on the power play. I'm not sure. Sammy Blais, though, he did what you expect from him. Threw some hits, got some good scoring opportunities. He had that great play. I think it was in the first period where he, I don't know who was that he dangled around, but he got a pretty good opportunity. Allen just hugged the post there, so he couldn't bury that. Zibanejad, I kind of went into him. It does suck how he did in the faceoff dot, and it does suck him missing the net. But that pass to Lafreniere and that one goal, that was a really great apple there. Trouba, he got saved from slander tonight from Igor. Igor really did save him on that one opportunity in the third period. I don't know who it was, but they're in front of the net. Just Trouba standing there, doing nothing. And then He walks by. Igor ends up stopping him. Patrick Nemeth, there was one shift in the third period. You really noticed him carrying the puck in the zone, taking a shot, bringing it around, setting up some plays. And then he had a really good defensive play also in the first period, I'm pretty sure it was. Really great game for Patrick Nemeth, in my opinion. Fox, it's ridiculous how good he is. It's ridiculous. This guy makes it look so freaking easy out there. Love it. I love it. Well, he asked for a stupid amount of money, but he deserves all that money. But still, he's giving you 25 plus minutes a night. He is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. Niels Lundqvist, you didn't really notice too much in the game. His ice time maybe could go up a bit, but you can't really say much. He wasn't noticeable, but it wasn't like he was doing bad or anything. You just don't have him really. You haven't taken any notes on him because he didn't do anything bad, didn't do anything good. Nothing to say there. Lindgren had a great game. Was getting in the Canadiens' face a lot, especially in the scrums in the third period there. Miller had one really great defensive play. That was either the first or the second period where he dives across and stops that opportunity. I thought he had a great game tonight. And then Igor, I can't say enough good things about him. The guy was insane tonight. He was a brick freaking wall. Nothing was getting past him tonight. Except one. But it wasn't necessarily his fault. That one goal. What else is there to discuss? As far as I could tell, nothing else really to discuss there. But let's go to Twitter for your thoughts, reactions, and questions. Which, if you do want to, chime in on these, tweet after the game. So click the link in the description, follow me on Twitter, and while you're going down there, leave a like, subscribe on the video. And if you do feel like spending some money, because the other stuff's free, but if you do feel like spending money, use code Python at FadeGrips. Helps me out a ton. But New York Style says, what a win. Let's keep rolling. Igor looks phenomenal tonight. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Rangers indeed. And yeah, Igor, just insane night. Insane night. And this is something that we're going to hopefully see on a night-to-night basis from the guy, considering the fact that you paid him like the #1 goalie. So, great game from him. I thought you could argue he had the best game. You could argue Lafreniere had the best game. Both of them were ridiculous. But yeah, let's keep rolling. Going to Toronto. They signed some goalie. I don't know where he's from, but they signed some goalie. If he's starting on Monday, I wouldn't be surprised if the guy got a shutout. I tweeted it. But hopefully we can make the most of it if we do end up playing him. NYR10 says, thoughts on Laffy's performance. He was electric. Getting 5 shots, I said, right? He had 5 at the end of the game. Making some great plays. Making some great passes, if I could talk. Jeez. Then how about on the power play, that one chance from the face-off dot? He could have scored there. He was getting some great opportunities to score. And you can't complain. And this is what you drafted him #1 overall for, to make these type of plays, to score these type of goals. And hopefully he keeps it up, because he had a great game. And this is what happens when he doesn't get benched for taking penalties like he did take one. He would have got benched. Statboy Steven ended up tweeting that. He would have got benched. He would have got benched for scoring that goal because he didn't pass the puck probably. But that's what happens. That's the true difference between a coach that actually, isn't on you 24/7 and a coach that actually allows you to make mistakes and you just go out there and rebound from it. You don't have to worry about making the wrong play. Go out there and play your game. If you make a mistake, hey, it's not good. You clean it up. If it becomes a consistent problem, then you move down the lineup. but it won't be because you're not going to make that mistake again. Truly was impressed by the performance tonight from Lafreniere. Not enough good things I could say about him. But now we play Toronto at Scotiabank Arena. I was going to go to this game, but that's not happening anymore. But yeah, hopefully we could go in there, steal another game on the road. If you could pick up a couple wins on this 4-game road trip, if you could somehow go at least 3-1 on this road trip, I'd be pretty impressed with that. But am I asking for too much there? Hopefully not, but it would be nice. They do need to clean the power play up, and I do need to see Mika and Panarin pick it up a bit if we're going to see some more wins on this road trip. But we will have to wait, see. But that is going to be it for this one. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and other than that, it's been Python. I'm out. Peace.